Hello Reshaper, I hope you're fantastic today. In today's very stream, I want to share with you Life Exposed 12, episode 12. So, I do first of all apologize for the past 2 days. I didn't did anything, and you asked me why. Simply because I'm in a group there. I had to do some edits, really ASAP, and my PC is pretty much slow, so it took me like 2 days to do the edits. And why I need this edits for this group? Well, you have to put up like every 3 months there your own self-introduction video, and if you do so, it has to be a different one to broadcast there too. Our own stuff, which is actually specific to this group. This is a Japanese group. I do just in this group. This broadcast is just exclusive to this group. But today I just want to be vulnerable again and tell to you a little bit delicate stuff. It might be not under 18 years old, so if you have kids, make sure they are not listening to it, because it not goes in much detail. However, it's a little bit, it's embarrassing stuff. People see it sometimes as embarrassing stuff. Most people see it as embarrassing. However, I just want to say that most people don't make this steps because they are just afraid, like myself. I was really afraid back in the days, especially when it comes to same sexual intercourse, like among men, aka gay sex. And this kind of intercourse is I was really disgusted, like really. I was raised in a Russian family, so those kind of things I was disgusted. And even I got some sexual harassments back then in the days. I felt them really bad, because some people are just fast as used, especially when this time breaks in, when you realize what just happened. And it was really bad for me. However, back in Scotland, we had one gay guy who has actually talked about, he was drunk and he was talked about his experience in a kind of sensual way. And back in the days, I would just say, man, guys, no, I don't want to have nothing with them. They can live, it's up to them, but don't involve me in this kind of space. I don't want to be there. Simply, I just want to be not around them. And simply, I was also afraid of those kind of things, like homophobia was really present to myself. I was really homophobic person back in the days. If someone stopped me about it, sometimes if someone's really showed me like a video of such an intercourse of males, I would just puke. Really, I literally am, not just my psychological stuff, but also my body will respond towards absolute disgust. And let me say that this kind of disgust stuff, naturally, I do not feel bad about those people. And they can live how they live. It's up to them. And there are also really amazing people in this world who have such an attitude, who have such a preference, who they love or with whom they have intercourse with. There are amazing people among them. One of them is also one of our Pokemon Go group where I'm in. The admin is also one of them, but he's doing more in a dirty style. But this guy has really got really into the sensual, really this kind of romantic style. And I didn't hear it before, because back then I had like this, imagine it's just really dirty work. It's just dirty. It's just disgusting. It is just, it is just with all the facals and stuff like that. It is not something you want to talk about, right? And not even imagine about. However, something in my head, when he talked about in this kind of way, find out, hey, it isn't that bad that I thought. And sometimes something in my head said also to me that all this sexual harassment that I used to have back in the days as a kid, I felt not as a victim of it. I feel them pleasurable. Like John Robbins is talking about pain and pleasure, I didn't experience any pain towards it anymore, but more pleasure. And I thought like, hey, you are really homophobic. Maybe you have to give it a try. Because I know many people, especially many guys, want to experience once in a day, or once in a life. Really, many. They just don't say it publicly. However, there are studies that more than 60% want to try it out at least once in a life, just for the sake of trying out, not having regrets. And many of them just, like, of the 60%, like 90% are dying without having those kind of experience. Even there's much straight, they just want to experience how it is to have not just intercourse with a female, but also with with male, basically. And what happened is I thought to myself, okay, let's do it, let's try it out. Maybe it is something, maybe it's something for me. I don't think it's something for me, because I was always attracted to females, not to males at all. And for myself, it was even really disgusting. Just the idea to kiss a guy, just for me, really, give me a freaking puking, give me a freaking back to puke, because for myself it was just really nothing for me, absolute disgust. However, I said let's give it a try. And first of all, I started off with kind of adjusting my mind step by step. How I did it? First of all, I watched basically some gay porn, and for myself, this kind of kissing stuff was always disgusting, so kind of skipping it towards when it goes to an intercourse, because this is kind of, it's not the same. Let's say that it's not the same, but it is more, especially when you watch a lot of normal or hardcore porn, you are more used to than some beardy guys are falling with each other. I mean, it's close to the same, okay? And when I started off, and then I just had this thing like, first of all, I had also really this disgust. I puked even sometimes, like 2 or 3 times when I watched those videos. I puked. And then I said, okay, come on, let's adjust slowly but surely. Then I adjusted it a little bit by little. And then I started off, because I knew that, especially when I want to try out bottoming, and most guys who are trying out those things want to be more, there's preferences, but many just want to be the bottom. Not many, but there are less bottoms than however, the thing is, when you want to try it out, you have to try the full thing. The full thing is actually to be in bottom, okay? And I thought like, okay, because I heard it hurts really much, especially this feeling of something enters you and something enters your butt. I tried it out with a little bit stretching exercises by myself, and I was 29, by the way. And I tried out little by little to overcome this fear of homophobia. Little by little, and after a year, you could almost fit a fist inside. So big I was stretched. I was also kind of surprised, and every time it hurts. It hurts really damn. When you stretch it, it hurts. It's not just your hurts. It's hurts your stomach. It is also really because you have fecal stuff there. Because you are really, sometimes the shit comes out, and it's just disgusting, really. Even then, I puked. I continued it, and after a year or so, I could stretch it like you could really, literally fit, like not really a fist, but almost a fist. And what happened then is I had this another internship the next year, right before I was turned 30, like 4 months or so, I got an internship in close to Cologne, and it was an internship for an agency who provided some people might remember it where it streams from. They provided this kind of it is a travel agency for Southeast Asia, where you have actually they're kind of a group of 20 people, and you become the guide and just guide them around. For example, Japan, Korea, Taiwan, etc. And because I lived there alone, I thought like this is a chance to get rid of this kind of phobia. And what I did is actually I did this kind of stretching thing literally every day after I walked in shower. It was disgusting, but I did it. And the more I was close to become 30, this kind of Japanese superstition is there, which is telling you like, hey, when you're 30, when you are 30 and still virgin, you become a freaking magician. And I mean, I have nothing against Harry Potter. However, it becomes just bigger in my head. And the more bigger it became, the more I said, the more my kind of, also this kind of feeling of being horny is also rise really much. To the really exceeds like a week before my birthday, and it really exceeded the peak, and I just had it like, okay, dude, I want to get rid of my virginity. I don't care. Is it a man? Is it a woman? I don't care. And then I did my research. Thank you for watching, Azama. Thank you for watching, Ardo. And then I just did my research on, dude, where is the best facility close to where I am? And I was close to Cologne, by the way. And I find one which is actually fits my budget. And I didn't have much budget because, I mean, I just did an internship there. And then I said, okay, cool. And I did my research and stumbled upon, like, okay, come on. You can hit two birds with one rock if you get rid of your virginity and your fear of homophobia at once. So I found this kind of close to the station of Cologne. I found there's an basically a gay sauna, and this kind of and tomorrow I will tell you how it was. I mean, I don't want to tell you the details. I mean, it's a whole Kama Sutra style, so I don't want to tell you about all stuff. I just want to tell you what I experienced, what are my takes of it, what kind of facility it is, because some people might be, hey, I mean, such a sauna, not many people want to go there. I mean, I don't want to go twice. I also want to tell you why, but I want to tell you that tomorrow I will do it as always 4 p.m. German time. I will do it first in Japanese and then in English. Tomorrow will go on, so make sure to watch myself tomorrow, and I will tell you about this kind of how it was to be with a male, I mean, in having intercourse. I mean, it sounds disgusting. However, I also was disgusted, and I was told you, I've already told you the steps that I got from disgust towards actually doing it, to literally overcome this fear of homophobia that I had back in the days really harshly. So yeah, it's a little bit edgy stuff, but I don't want to go towards the details again, towards a thing exactly what we did. However, I just want to tell you those feelings, and so it's also not under 18 maybe, what I want to tell you tomorrow, because we go a little bit into the detail and how I felt in those, So make sure to watch myself tomorrow. It will be really vulnerable. Yeah, I have already talked about all stuff, but maybe not that openly. I was just tell you about this stuff back in the days, more like, yeah, I did it. Okay, cool. Really, not that open. It was more like vague. Because for myself, I wanted to, because I'm doing currently this kind of self-exposed part 12 already. I just want to put everything together so you know exactly what I have, talents I have, and what you have, and what I live or what I'm doing, and then you know exactly if you want to listen myself or not. If you feel like, hey, this guy has tried out this and this, so I feel disgusted by it. So I mean, it's up to you to leave, and it's my intention to make those people leave who cannot resonate with myself or feel like, I cannot stand this person because he have done this and this, or he has experienced this and this. And this is actually my thing, like of this selection. I mean, it sounds harsh, but I just don't want to have those people who are hating me inside of my group, inside of this peer group who are watching me. And therefore, I become just extremely vulnerable. I mean, nobody is that vulnerable, maybe like myself doing right now. Maybe some people. However, with this 12 already series, I really got into the details with you, what I have experienced back in the days, what kind of things I had before school, after school, in Japan, even in Scotland, even in school, those things, what we did, I mean, those kind of edgy stuff. I mean, I didn't explain how I fought with people. I have explained that sometimes when I fought in concentration, I just put on chairs and throw at people. I already told it. However, I just want to show you what kind of personality I'm in. I am, what kind of life I have lived so far, and then you can, because I don't want to waste your time. Simply, I don't want to waste your time with watching someone who you don't like. It's the worst time you can spend, by the way. If you don't like myself, if you don't like what I'm doing, just go and leave. I'm not feeling like, you don't have to feel guilty for it. In fact, you do a service for myself and for yourself too. If you don't do so, you do a disservice for yourself in the long term. Of course, you can have these things like Gary Vaynerchuk, like the first thing you are listening to it feels so much offensive, so you feel like, hey, what is this jerk talking about? And then you're listening more and more. Of course, this effect can also happen if you not just listen to one video, but for more videos I did, and maybe then you can resonate more. And maybe not listen at once, but like listen first or watch the first that I'm doing now, and maybe the second like in a week or so, because then your brain feel more open-minded and say, okay, I have already watched. Maybe you have this first impression, but maybe the second or the third impression might be different. And that's exactly what I'm aiming for. Because I mean, in Facebook groups or Facebook people on Facebook, I mean, I get approached by every single day by 2-3 person at least. Back in the days when I was really growing my Facebook, I was approached by 50 people a day, and sometimes even by 100 people a day, and I had to be really selective. Sometimes I just put everyone in my friend list. But the thing is, I don't want to have especially in Facebook, I don't want to have that friend list, because those things, when you have that friend lists in your Facebook and other media, Facebook will punish it. They will not show this video to other people. And because of this vulnerability, I want to show to those people who need those messages, who need those words, who want to know about me more, who can resonate with myself, and not those who are just hating myself, you know. And I know there will always hate us, because the world is all of haters. I mean, not all of haters, but you have, no matter what you do, you have always 20% people who love you, 20% who will hate you, and the rest is just going from depending on what you're doing. And this is actually kind of this rule of thumb that I'm watching. And my goal is here to digest those people with this vulnerability stuff who are actually those 20% of haters. Because, I mean, I don't hate my haters. Let me say, I like my haters too. I love my haters because some of the haters give me good ideas. However, and I don't have many haters, by the way. However, I just don't want to have them in the place where, because, you know, I don't want to say you're bad or something like that, right? It is just we have a different point of views, and when we have different point of views, sometimes when we can resonate with each other, the best ways to do is just to go away, and it is the best decision you can do. And this is exactly what I want to have. I want to digest those people who don't want to watch me, who don't want to interact with me, who don't want to know who I am, who don't want to see my content, consume my content, maybe even buy from me. I mean, I don't want to kind of say you have to buy from myself or have to buy my courses. No, I don't want to say it. However, when in the future you resonate with my message and you feel like, okay, sometimes I can learn from it, maybe more in depth, maybe I can buy a course from him or so. And this is exactly what I want to have. I don't want to have those people who are not ready for those stuff. I don't want to say you have to buy. I don't want to say you those things. However, I just want to say, you know, when you go on the party and nobody is approaching you, you feel like it's mad, really, or everyone is hating you, feel even worse. However, if you go on the party, everyone is loving you. You feel this party and this time just flows by. You don't understand where the time goes because it is just magical, right? And this kind of miracle I want to make myself. And this is why, please don't understand me false, because this is my intention right now, right here. And I hope you will understand it and maybe also resonate with it. Or you will find out, okay, I don't resonate with this. Okay, I leave. It's up to you. I don't want to have anyone here. I don't want to kind of keep on your chains and say you have to stay here. No, it's up to you. It's a free world. And therefore, because it's free, it's up to you to choose to whom you spend money with, to whom you are watching to whom you are listening to. Because guess what? Our time is really valuable. The most value that we have in our lives is our time. And this time is actually the most fragile things that we have. Because we don't know when it stops. Simply nobody knows. It can be 1 second in 1 second. It can be in 100 years, theoretically in 100 years, when you're in the 20s, for example. Maybe in the 30s too. However, nobody knows. Therefore, you have to see time. It's the most value of an asset. And when you see this value, not just the okay, cool time, you start to think of, okay, how can I spend the time the best way? And this applies not just to people, but also to people you're listening to things you're listening to, watching to. And I don't want to oblige anyone to say, okay, because you're my best friend, you have to listen to me. Because you're my best friend. No, it's up to you whom to listen to. It's up to you whom to spend time with, how to spend time with. This is exactly what I want to remember, that you remember yourself on those words. And this includes also if you're watching my streams, yes or not, because you're choosing. Is your time my content that I'm putting out that much value to spend your time? And again, money and time are not equal. Money and time are not equal. You can spend millions of dollars, but you cannot spend millions of time. You can earn millions of dollars, but you cannot earn time. Time always goes away. It's the most valuable asset you have. Don't waste it. Not on me, not on anyone. Not on me, not on Gary Vaynerchuk, not on Tony Robbins and so on, not on anyone. If you see value in those kind of content, then watch it. If you don't see any value, don't watch it. And I hope that I said it really clearly today. I don't want to say, when you hate myself, you have to leave. I say, you can leave. I always give you the opportunity. I don't want to put off kind of this things, you have to do something, you must do something. No. You're a free person. You're free to choose with whom you are spending time with. Okay, Reshaper, I hope you got some value or some aha moments. I mean, it's a little bit really vulnerable stuff, and some people might say, hey, I want to try it out too. I mean, it's up to you, okay? I just want to share you right now how it was till the actual stuff. Tomorrow I will share the actual stuff, what happened, and how I felt myself physically and mentally, because it's really important to understand when you're doing those kind of steps, how do you feel afterwards? And how you feel within, like during this kind of act. This is why I want to share with you, because I don't think many people are trying this out, especially straight guys. I mean, maybe you have this fantasy somewhere in the background, but you say, no, it's a forbidden door. But I want to share you the forbidden door. What is behind it? There's not a freaking Dracula behind. I just want to show what's behind. Or what I have experienced. And I will share it tomorrow. Okay, Reshaper, I hope you have an awesome day. Comment in the comments box and let us know what thing I picked up so far. And so, as soon as I let you accept your question now, see you